There's this quiet struggle that so many people face, right? Carrying these huge burdens, but putting on a brave face.
Yeah, keeping it all hidden.
Exactly. And there's this line that really captures it. Pretending to be strong becomes heavier than being honest about your weakness. It really hits home.
It absolutely does. That performance takes a toll.
So today, we're doing a deep dive into a piece called You Don't Have to Be the Strong One Anymore. It comes from a specific spiritual viewpoint, offering this really interesting take on vulnerability, on finding real rest. Our goal here is to pull out the key ideas from this source, looking at how it suggests navigating that deep weariness to find, well, some inner peace.
Sounds good. It's a needed conversation.
And right away, it makes these pretty striking claims. It says simply, Jesus knows. Then, Jesus sees.
Oh.
And then this crucial part, Jesus is not asking for more from you. He's offering more to you.
Ah, see, that's the flip.
Right. It totally reframes the whole idea of burden.
Yeah.
It suggests relief isn't about, more effort from us, but about accepting something being offered.
Yeah, that shift is huge. I mean, we live in a world that constantly tells us to be self-sufficient, right? Pull yourself up, handle it yourself.
Totally.
And this just cuts right through that. It moves away from us having to exert ourselves to just receiving an offer. It kind of sets up this come as you are idea.
Yeah.
And the big thing there is you don't have to sort yourself out first. You don't need to get cleaned up before you can accept it. That's pretty radical.
It really is. And that come as you are idea is where the source kind of starts laying out the practical side. It emphasizes this invitation of radical grace. Like you said, it makes it clear Jesus isn't saying, go fix yourself up first or, read your Bible more and then maybe I'll help.
Right, no prerequisites.
None. It's just
fine.
Come as. Yes. Are. Which for a lot of us who are so used to having to earn things or solve our own problems, that's actually a real challenge to how we normally operate, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It goes against the grain. And thinking bigger picture, it speaks directly to those secret struggles.
Yeah.
The source mentions things like maybe crying in the shower or sighing in traffic or that feeling of putting on strength like it's makeup.
Just enough to get through the day.
Exactly. Yeah. And it frames this invitation not as another demand, but as just compassion. Like, you've been carrying it long enough, let me carry it with you.
Which brings us to the next logical question the source tackles. Okay, so who is this actually for? Who's Jesus talking to here?
Right. Who gets this offer?
And the answer it gives is, well, it's pretty broad. It says it's for the exhausted, for burned out believers, for parents who feel like they're failing.
People feeling inadequate.
Yeah, and employees working twice as hard, but still feeling like they're falling short. It covers a lot of ground.
And importantly, it stresses that this isn't an invitation for people who feel like they have it all together or the proud. It specifically mentions the perfectionists hiding under quiet anxiety, or the ones who pray but feel like heaven's on mute.
Wow, yeah.
So it's really tailored for the tired, for anyone just feeling crushed by the weight of it all. It's meant to meet you right where you are, however specific that weariness feels.
Okay, so then the source brings in this really key concept, the yoke. Jesus says, take my yoke upon you.
The yoke.
Now, honestly, when I first hear yoke, my mind kind of jumps to more work, right? Another burden, like, oh, great, something else I have to carry.
That's a totally common reaction. Burden, labor, oppression, maybe.
Yeah. But this is where the source offers that completely different angle.
It does. Because when you look at how yokes actually worked, biblically speaking, as the source points out, they were always shared, 2 oxen.
Okay.
And crucially, the practice was always to yoke the younger, weaker animal with the stronger, more experienced one.
Okay. So the stronger one guides and pulls more weight.
Exactly. So Jesus isn't saying, here, take on this extra heavy thing. He's effectively saying, let me take the heavy side, let's walk together, but I'll bear the main load.
That changes everything.
It really does. So the point isn't just, let's share this burden. It's about shifting where the strength comes from. Instead of asking, am I strong enough for this?
Yeah.
The source pushes you to ask, who am I yoked to? Who am I drawing strength from? The idea is you're not meant to pull life's weight all by yourself.
Okay, so you accept the invitation. You understand the yoke is about sharing the load with the stronger partner.
Yeah.
What's the result? What's the promise here?
The promise is incredibly profound. It's you will find rest for your souls.
Soul rest, not just, putting your feet up at the end of the day.
Exactly. It's deeper than physical rest or even just like a less busy schedule. The source really emphasizes this is soul rest.
What does that look like, according to the source?
Well, it's described as the kind of rest where, and this is key, Even if life is still hard, your heart is no longer heavy.
Okay, so circumstances might not change, but your inner state does.
Precisely. It's where peace becomes louder than pressure. It's not about life suddenly becoming easy street. It's about this deep internal shift
Mm,
where you stop trying to earn God's love and start living from it. It's this internal peace that kind of overrides the external chaos you might still be facing.
that's a powerful distinction.
Mhm.
So let's just quickly recap this deep dive into you don't have to be the strong one anymore.
Yeah.
We started with that really radical come as you are invitation.
Mm-hmm. No cleanup required.
Right. Then we looked at who it's to the game. For those feeling weary, burned out, anxious, failing.
The ones carrying the hidden weight.
Yeah. Then we unpacked that concept of the yoke, not as more burden, but as partnership, where Jesus takes the heavy
It's
end.
a stronger partner.
And finally, we landed on the ultimate promise, soul rest.
Yes, that soul rest. It's really the heart of it. It's so different from just, taking a break.
Yeah.
It's that inner calm where, like we said, even if life is still hard, your heart is no longer heavy.
That peace being louder than the pressure.
Exactly. And that fundamental move away from trying to earn God's love to just living from it. A place of acceptance, not striving.
And the source really brings it back to you, the
Yeah.
listener. It basically says, stop pretending.
Yeah.
It challenges you to let go, just for 60 seconds, the image you've been holding up for years. Just try letting it drop.
Which leads right into the source's final powerful conclusion. It just states it so clearly. In him, you don't have to be the strong one anymore. His yoke is easy, his burden is light, and your heart was made for his rest. It ties it all together.
So maybe the final thought to leave you with is this. What might it actually look like in your life to really embrace this idea? The idea that the answer to feeling worn out isn't trying to find more strength in yourself, but instead consciously choosing who or what you're going to be yoked to. Something to think about.